I see you're at Hofstra. Can you tell me about what you're majoring in?
I'm a first year Hofstra, and I'm majoring in radio, television, and film production, and then I'm double minoring in marketing and Spanish. And I think it's a really great program. I've been able to work hands-on with equipment and do everything I could, and it's very close to the city, so I've been able to get a first-hand experience with everything I've been doing.
What led you to be interested in the film production?
From a very young age, I've always had a camera in my hand. I've been trying to film everything, trying to get it out. I'd film little skits and give it to my parents. I've just been an integral part of my growing up.
That's great. Also, I see that you had a job at Promo West Productions. Can you tell me what responsibilities you had there?
I started at a young age. I started when I was about 15. I definitely worked my way up. I started street teaming, which is basically I hand out the marketing flyers for the shows, and I worked my way up to actually developing the distribution and handling the street teamers and creating the products, and then handling the artists and coordinating them when they came to shows.
That's great. I also see you had volunteer in high school with the Ronald McDonald House. What led you to volunteer there?
My mom is on the board of that, and I've always been interested in a very young age, helping. I remember when I was a little kid going to the house and trying to help and playing with the kids who were there. It's basically a program where they house families who don't have the means to house themselves and give them a place to stay until they get back up on their feet. So I remember playing with the kids, and it's just always been a part of my life. So I just wanted to give back when I was old enough.
Right, and MTV Networks has a huge give back component, I'm sure you are aware, through our social initiative, which raise awareness. Can you tell me about your a time where you have to work with a group?
Most recently in my speech communication class, I had to work in a group of 2 other people creating a product and then selling it to the class. And I thought that was a great way to work in a group. It's a small group, but you have to be a part of it and do your own work. So I thought that was a good opportunity.
And you're really interested in marketing, and as you just said in your class. So if you were a brand, which brand would you be and why?
I would probably be Tom's, because their marketing in itself, it's a part of it. They give back to someone in need, and I think that is a spokescampaign in and of itself, and that's what sells the product rather than trying to get it in their head that it's the best, that it's fancy. It's just that their marketing is built into the product.
Right. And a marketer is responsible for creating the public image, brand, and of musicians and artists. So can you describe MTV in one word?
I have to say current, because the music industry is always changing and the culture is changing, and MTV has its ability to evolve with the culture and stay ahead of it or right behind what's current. So I have to say that in one word I would say it's current.
That's a great word to use. There are several other candidates applying for this position. Why should we hire you over other candidates?
I think my past experience speaks for itself, and the fact that I worked very closely with a music production company for so long and worked my way up the ladder. I was able to work with artists, and I was on a marketing team there. I think it's just an easy fit.
Do you have any questions for me at this time?
I actually do. I know that MTV is a pretty global company. It reaches a wide range, but I'd be required to do any sort of travel during my stay with your company.
Well, it's hard to tell, but we do, for interns, they are required to travel domestically, but there could be things coming up that you will have to travel internationally.
And also, I know that the company was founded in 1981 and has grown exponentially since then. Where do you see yourself as a company in the future, and how will I be able to help you with that?
Well, we will continue to expand the vertical web properties, which is exploring different social area interests. So we're trying to get more diverse and create a bigger audience than we have already. And we launched the MTV for the American Latin audience, and I see that you also have a co-major in Spanish, so that could be beneficial to our company as well.
I just have one more question. I know that the elections are coming up. Will you guys be launching another Rock the Vote campaign? Because that's something I would really like to be a part of, and I think it's one of your best marketing campaigns so far.
We will, and that will be something that we'll be doing this summer. So we'll let you know in about 2 weeks through a phone call. But thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you very much.
Interviewer, how did you feel about the greeting?
I think she was confident, and that came off through the handshake.
Interviewee, greeting?
That's good. You from the MC?
What did you think of the questions that were being asked of you, interviewee?
I thought that they were really they were what the company, something the company would add, something outside of the box, something that might, like the one word answer, that's something that I wouldn't have thought of really, but I was able to, just from what the questions that led up to it, kind of get an idea of what I could say, and I think that they all flow together pretty well.
Did you share questions with each other before this? Okay, so that's the first time you heard that question. Very good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah. Interviewer, how did you feel about the response to your questions?
I thought that they were really good. It showed off like her experiences and what she did for different things, and why she fits this position.
If there were one thing that you think your partner could have done better, what would it be? Leanna?
Maybe sat closer to me.
Why?
It was more like laid back.
I'm doing this, but
Not like that, but like, I don't know, like more close.
I have long legs.
Taryn?
I think she made really good eye contact, but her body was turned away from me a little bit during it. So if she squared her shoulders, maybe I would have felt like it paid a little bit more attention. But the eye contact was good. So besides that.
Okay. Ladies, again, a very good example of your interview. Leanna, you did a great job of showing us that you were listening, and also showed us that you were listening by going into her resume and asking her questions from that. I see that you da-da-da and asking a question. Taryn, you have excellent natural delivery. Like you're having a conversation. That's what you want to do. This is telling people who you are in your most natural state, but also showing them that you have prepared beforehand and care about what you're doing. The ums is what I would caution you on. Again, you have a couple of ums. We have that in our speech. Remember, I said this project is putting everything together. So remember, as you're coming out, be sure of everything that you're saying. And a few of us in the past keep trailing off in our speech. If you're going to say something, if you think to say it strong. Don't make it an after fact. Don't make it an after the fact. Okay, always say it strong. Taryn, you did that a couple of times. Good job, ladies.